What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to yet another episode of GearBocks. So, today, obviously, back in my office, a little bit more of a talk rather than a install video. I will say the next video will be an install. I'm very excited about. I've got the parts sitting down in my garage as we speak. Just don't have the time to do it today. But wanted to, one, put out a video, and two, excuse me, talk a little bit about kind of an idea I've been tossing around in my head. So before I get to, what that idea entails and that sort of stuff, let me kind of explain where I'm coming from to begin with, right? So, as some, probably most, maybe very few of y'all know. I don't know who's watching this video. If you're new here, hi, I'm John. As some of y'all might know, I daily drive a 2019 Subaru WRX. It is full of aftermarket goodies, from cosmetic stuff to a Pro Tune, HKS blow-off valve, all this sort of stuff. And, we're slowly but surely building that car into, really the way I look at it is a street car, but, a little tuned up and obviously pushing more horsepower numbers right now than what it was from factory. But eventually I would like to get that to be a, 500 wheel horsepower kind of street car, fun, everyday type of deal. And it's 4 doors, grocery getter, etc. I also drive, not as often, but I drive a 1987 Ford Ranger, which I know I've only made a handful of videos on that truck. There are more to come, trust me. I've got a couple little things in the background working for that truck, so we'll get to that eventually. Now, primarily with those two, with the car and the truck, those are really meant to be, let's call it, fairly reliable yet fun project cars, right? I love doing stuff to both of them. I love changing it up and really, taking a unique approach to, the WRX and the Ranger, doing little bits and pieces here and there, really making it my own and really enjoying the car, which I do. However, there's kind of a fine line between, and this goes back to one of my previous videos regarding what to think about when you're modifying a car. And that really goes to the point of, I want to have fun and I want to modify, but I don't want to modify too much or go too full send on the WRX, for example, to where it's not reliable or not as reliable and just not drivable, right? There's a lot of things, whether it's horsepower gains, whether it's slamming it to the ground, whether the truck, whether you're throwing forced induction on it, whether you're lifting it super high and, it's a Bronco 2 chassis, so you'll probably end up rolling it anyway. There are a lot of things that I would love to do that I just don't feel comfortable doing on primarily the WRX, aka my daily driver 98% of the time, right? And that's, I like to think, that's a very responsible approach for me to take and to say, you know what, I could go a bigger turbo, but it's great the way it is right now. Or I could drop it really low, but I don't know, maybe this other part I'm going to put on the next video wouldn't like that too much. So, all of that to say, there's a lot of things I've considered, but I'm kind of at a point now where I really, really, really enjoy where specifically that WRX is, and going any further on a lot of different pieces outside of cosmetic would then more or less cause issues. Sure, there are some air oil separators or TGV deletes, that sort of stuff that I will do eventually as far as just making it more reliable. But that costs a lot of money when it comes to tuning and that sort of stuff, so I'm kind of holding off on that. Now, The point in the video that all of y'all are probably like, John, stop rambling on, quit bitching, and get to the point. Well, here it is. I have decided, with the help of you guys, that I am going to buy some sort of Japanese sports car, right? Now, it's not going to be a Mark IV Supra. It's not going to be an FDRX7. It's going to be a very attainable, low cost, low barrier to entry Japanese car, i.e. a Miata, which I would not prefer because I'm a big guy, a 350, 370Z, whatever, some sort of coupe or just, fairly popular, fairly aftermarket friendly Japanese car to where I can do all the shit I want to it and not really give a fuck because it's not my daily driver. I.e., I guess more or less a true project car or a true kind of race car feel, right? So, as I said, this is with the help of you. Obviously, I will be paying the money. I will be sourcing the car. I will be doing this, that, and the other. Any help y'all want to give as far as sourcing cars local to the Greenville, South Carolina area or whatnot would be greatly appreciated. But what I want to do is kind of make a game out of it. So first off is, when would I buy this car? Ideally, I would like to see at least a couple thousand views on this video. So go share it, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. And let's get the views up. Second would be, I don't know, maybe when I hit, let's call it 200 subs. Okay, we're at 75-ish right now. When I hit 200 subs and have, let's call it 5,000 views on this video, I will then go ahead and move forward in the purchasing process of said car. Now, in order to get said car and in order to decide on at least the type of car, that's up to you guys. I really don't care. Like I said, I am a bigger guy, so I think naturally I'd probably lean more toward, and I know this is all relative, but I would probably lean toward the 350 or 370 side of things. But if there's some JDM car of any type that you would like to see a full bore build on to add some more content to the channel, I'm looking at y'all's comments. Y'all have a nice little party in the comment section down below. I'm going to be reading through every single one of them. I'm going to be tallying votes. So ultimately, at the end of the day, the one with the most votes is the one I'm getting, for better or worse, right? So I will base the decision based on that. And then from there, and another, piece of my great idea, if I do say so myself, is y'all are going to be building the car. I'm just going to be doing the work. So, maybe to start off, we'll do a exhaust, right? Y'all will pick the exhaust. I'll let you guys know in advance, hey, first thing I want to do to the car is exhaust. Drop your comments down below. We'll see however many comments, tally it up. That's what we're buying. Same with wheels, same with arrows, same with interior pieces, whatever the case may be. And ultimately, that's going to be y'all's car, right? We're going to call it the GearBocks car because that's really what it is. You guys will be doing all the decision making from beginning to end. Obviously, I'll be sourcing the parts. I'll be doing this. I'll be doing that. I'll be installing everything. So hopefully, unless y'all try to screw me, which would be really messed up, at the end, it'll look like a really good, true, fun, weekend sports car, right? Ideally, this car would eventually, at some point, have a bump in power. Obviously, I love my cosmetic stuff, just making it my own, so I'd love to see that. I obviously love to see changing wheels and tire setup, just, once again, making it my own. Suspension, whether you're looking at coilovers, lowering springs, air suspension, that sort of stuff. Even, hell, liveries, sticker bombing, whatever. That's up to you guys. But once again, we have to meet the view count and the subscriber count. So it's up to you guys, right? this is something you really want to see and something you are, really ready to, I guess, invest in one way or another, drop comments, hit the like button, all that sort of stuff, because it is up to you guys. I am not going to do this unless I know that I have the support of my subscribers, whether that be new, whether that be old. Uh, but yeah, it's 100% up to you. And then from there, we'll really start, building it out. What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Where are we sourcing the parts from? And obviously, you guys will be a part of that entire process, which I think will be great. I think it'll be a great way to bring everyone together. Maybe some people aren't exactly thrilled on the wheels we pick, but there's opportunity for you guys to legitimately have a voice. And to be honest with you, the earlier you get in, the better chance of me picking or you guys picking, the type of stuff you want to see, right? Just power in numbers, or I guess power and lack of numbers. But anyway, I know this has kind of been jumbled up, I guess, but ultimately it's a car that y'all will pick, y'all will build. I will build it for you, essentially, and then maybe from there, hopefully we gain a billion jillion subscribers, and that's something we can keep, in the family for years and years to come. Bring that to car shows, that sort of stuff. But I really think it's a great opportunity to not only build the channel, but also create new content, get out, maybe reach out to some other folks who aren't necessarily interested in the Subi gang or Ford Rangers, vintage Ford Rangers. So I think there's a lot of plus side here. I'm really excited about it. I was up in Ohio this past weekend for my aunt's wedding, and I was as we were there, it just all came to my head, so I needed to get it on camera here. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. As you probably know, I already have a couple cars in mind. Obviously, the Z's are one of them, just because that's a very, I guess, stereotypical example to use. But anyway, the world is your oyster as far as what you choose and what ultimately I end up getting. But let's make sure we get to that subscriber count. Let's get the views up, and let's get this thing rolling. So anyway, guys, I really do appreciate your time on the video today. I know, once again, it was a little bit jumbled, but just wanted to get it out there and get the ball rolling early. As always, especially for this video, click subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, be active in the comments. That is going to be the main thing driving this entire project, this entire video series. So seriously, please, please, please be active down below. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be sure to answer them. But really, really excited to get things rolling here. Honestly, it's a great excuse for me to buy a new car. So I'm using y'all as a scapegoat here. But anyway, guys, once again, really appreciate your time. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.